we're not going to keep you long for today, only about hopefully 15-20 minutes. We're going to go over a quick bit of information from our tour last year and kind of what to expect this year, some slight changes from the tour last year to this year, and then we're going to answer a couple of questions that came through on email over the last few days. As a lot of people have the same kind of questions, hopefully that will put everyone's mind at ease. We've got a quick video to show you, so I believe that Kristen's going to start that now, and then we'll get into it. Amazing. Christian, thank you for putting that together. There was some incredible highlights there from last year and kind of what feels like it wasn't actually that long ago. But there's been some slight changes to, obviously, that was our first experience last year, and what we're going to kind of change and add to the experience this year for the players and for the parents. We're going to go over that in a minute. But last year, for those who are new to the academy or didn't join us, we had around 150 people that joined us in Barcelona, a mix of the UK Academy and the US Academy. And we put them together for the first time into the tournament in Barcelona, just outside of Barcelona, more towards Salou. A very, very cool football centre based down there. It was a great experience for us, a great experience for the players. I think any parent that joined us will tell you that they had such a great time. And it's all confirmed just to go back this year. So the 6th, the 9th of April is going to be the tour. I'm going to quickly hand you over to Raluca, who is our member, one of the directors of Fox Soccer Academy. She's based in New York, and she's going to give you a bit of a brief experience and kind of her thoughts from the tour.
Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure.
We can hear you.
Okay, great. So yes, I went with the US group last year, and I think it was a really good experience for the US players to, first of all, get to know our UK players, and we mixed them up on teams so they got to know each other and play together. And also, I think the best part of the trip was them having this downtime after the games and after the tournament to spend time with their friends in the hotel, going to the beach, walking around a super safe town in Spain. It's actually a vacation town for the local Spaniards. It's not a fancy resort, but it's on the beach and it's a lot of fun. It has a great promenade where kids got to walk around every night and safely hang out together as much as possible. And I think that was the best outcome of this tournament, was children enjoying themselves on a vacation with their friends, making new friends with the Spanish children, with the UK children, and getting to see some new football that they don't get to see in the US. They got to see different styles. They got to see different cultures, try different food, and make new friends. And that was my favorite part of the trip.
Yeah, I think it's great as well, because you see those players and you see those parents now interacting on social media. I know that some boys made friends for life that you can see them talking to. So it's important for us to kind of put those two cultures together between the UK and the US. There are some slight changes to it next year, which we believe that we've made it better experience for everyone. So we're going to quickly go through that now and go through a quick itinerary of the tournament so everyone knows how it works. So very briefly, like we said, so the tournament's from the 6th of April to the 9th of April. So it covers the Easter bank holiday. Depending on what players we have available will depend on what bracket of the tournament that we enter. So every team that enters the tournament will go in at their age group. Now, obviously, European football is slightly different, and they go from birth year rather than academic year. But we'll look to kind of then move our teams into that. Every team that enters gets a minimum of 4 group matches over day 1 and day 2. So over the Friday and the Saturday, going into the finals then on the Sunday. A league system, so obviously depending on how successful they are in that bracket, depends on kind of, do they go into the championship phase or the silver phase of the tournament, and play kind of then their quarterfinal, semi-final, hopefully, and final. There's an app the tournament organisers have put together, which tracks your fixtures and your results. But what we did last year, we put everyone's together so you could see where Fox Soccer was playing throughout the day. Obviously, as some parents have different players in different ages, they might have different siblings. So that was something we kind of worked at this year because it was quite hard for some parents. So we kind of changed that as well this year. So Kristen's going to move on now and I'll show you what we put into place. So April the 6th, which is the Thursday, we're asking parents to fly into Barcelona before 12 o'clock. That's BCN. Okay, so it gets here in the morning. We believe that there are plenty of flights going in that morning. So some people might arrive slightly earlier. Some people might arrive slightly close to 12 o'clock. Whatever time you get in, we just ask you to kind of wait around to the airport until everyone else arrives. And then we'll be heading straight then to a training session. Whereas last year we went to the Camp Nou. This year we're going to go straight down towards the hotel and take part in a Fox Soccer training session to get the players to bond a little bit, get them to meet each other. They can meet the coaches, they can start some drills and get used to kind of different systems of playing and get to know each other's names. So we're a bit more fluid on the pitch. We'll hopefully bring us a bit more success. Then we'll head back to the hotel, which this year it's a different hotel, but slightly closer to the football saloon. We will check everybody in and then head down then for the tournament opening ceremony in the Old Town. Day April the 7th, day 2 Friday, is going to be a morning tournament and an afternoon tournament. So we'll take part in probably, I think it's 2 games or 3 games, depending on what group you're in, over that first day. Lunch is heading back to the hotel, grabbing lunch, going back then for the afternoon tournament. Evening then, final couple of games, and you have some free time. You can check out, like Lucas said, the beaches, the promenade, the town. You can go and have some food. You can chill around the hotel and have that kind of free time to do what you want, meet new parents, have a drink if you want. 8th, Saturday, same thing. So morning, afternoon, we'll finish our group stages, hopefully 2 or 3 games in that day. And again, more free time then in the evening to enjoy it. Then April the 9th goes into the final. So depending on how we got on day 1 and day 2, will depend if we're in the silver or the championship. And then most of those final games take place then before or the latest 2 o'clock, which gives everyone enough time to check out the hotel, get back up to the airport for flights after 6 p.m. Now that would make it a lot easier for the UK parents. There are flights up till 10 o'clock at night, going into kind of Heathrow, Gatwick, Luton, and Stansted. Obviously, for the American parents, there might be some hard times with the flights home. So we're going to look at a couple of options. Then, do you want to stay that night and go home on the 10th, or if you really need to fly home on the 9th, you can leave slightly earlier because we'll be able to put transport onto you to get up to that airport. But we probably just suggest to go enjoy that final night and go home then on the 10th. But we'll confirm all these times, the actual dates, the actual times, the actual events, and the tournament schedule once we know what Fox Soccer teams we're putting. What's included in your package? Transport from them to the airport. So when you get there at Barcelona, everything is covered then from all your transport. This year we're staying in the Hotel Belvedere, which is slightly closer to the tournament. So actually you can walk to Football Saloon, we've been told. However, there will still be that transport kind of put on for you. So if you do have siblings that have different games, you can come and go as you please. but there will be the buses put on there for you. All your food and drinks included, full board, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner all included within the package. The team entrance into the tournament, the participation fee for the players, the facility fee for the parents to go and join it as well. And that covers all the parents, all the coaches, all the players. Every player then from Fox Soccer will get a game jersey. And we'll take sizes more close to the time and get every player their tournament game jersey. It obviously includes a 2-hour train session, and all the fees then for everything else around the buses and the hotels. So all that's included. All you have to do then is book your flights on top. The extras. So some people are asking about the extras. Obviously, we're saying, to arrive on the 6th, there is potential to arrive before if you want to and kind of meet at the hotel or meet at the train session when we know that close to the time where that is. Departing on the 10th, like we said, so we can get additional nights in the hotel for you. For the 10th, or even if you want to extend your stay even further. Additional family members, so if anybody wants to come, they're more than welcome to. Every family member, spectator, friend, dog, whatever you want to bring, it's all there for you. But because it's a full package from the tournament, because the tournament control the hotels in the area, you have to go through the Mare Nostrum Cup, their supporters to actually book that. And then obviously in the Camp Nou, if you wanted to do that in and around the tournament or on the way back up to the airport, we can help kind of organize that for you through our partners. There is a football game on, so Barcelona at the moment are planning on playing, I think it is on the April the 9th on the Sunday, but it's subject to change at the moment. So depending on what European tournament they're in or how far they go in that, they've got Manchester United, the next round they get knocked out, it'll probably stay on April 9th. If they do go through and progress, that might change. So people have asked us, can we get tickets? We can't, because we don't know how far they're going to go into that tournament. So you can actually buy tickets now on the website for that game, but bear in mind that it might change. Now, parents might want to spend more or less on those tickets. Some people might want to stay in Barcelona that night, wherever it might be. So we can't actually facilitate getting you the tickets for you, but they are able to buy if you wanted to go to the game. But bear in mind, it might change. So I would say try and leave that as late as possible to the tour if you wanted to actually buy those tickets. What is really important now is we need to know who is coming. So a lot of people at the moment have started to put their names to us if they want to come. They've entered their details of kind of player and how many spectators. You have until November the 30th to do this. Therefore, then we can start to decipher what teams we've got entering the tournament, what brackets we need to enter, and then people can start booking their flights then kind of early December. All we need to know is the player information of what players are coming and how many supporters. Now, it can change. If you wanted to add someone on, we can kind of speak to the hotel, we can speak to the organizers and sort that for you. But right now, we probably need to know quite close to your actual numbers so we can start to book our teams into the tournament. Soon as we've got that, then we'll confirm the teams, you can confirm your flights, and then closer towards the tournament, then we'll start needing details of passports for your whole party so they can start checking into the hotel and make it a lot smoother than what it was last year. So right now, please don't book your flights until we confirmed on November the 30th of what teams are going to enter into what brackets, and then early December, then we'll tell you this team is confirmed, you can now book your flights. And there we go. That is the last kind of quote there of the 150 that went last year. A couple of questions that have come in over the last week I'm going to quickly go through. So if people traveling with multiple family members, is a price per person the same for all members, or is it a discount? There isn't a discount. It's literally the price per person, the price per player. Because like I said, it's all tournament run, so they control everything from the hotels within the area and the prices. So it's literally the set prices, unfortunately. The squad sizes or the roster sizes, depending on what is whether it's going to be 77, 99, or 11v11, which I think it's 77 and 11v11. We try and take small squads so everyone gets a good amount of game time. So for instance, we want to have 3-4 subs per team. If it goes over that, we'll try and recruit even further to enter 2 teams into those brackets. So we want to give the most kind of, obviously we expect everyone's going to go there and travel quite a way. So we're trying to keep that kind of 3-4 subs max per team, so everyone gets a good amount of minutes in game time throughout the tournament. If the numbers are big, will there be one or more team? Yes, there will be. Will there be a Barcelona game? Yeah, we spoke about that. It is scheduled for April the 9th. It might move, so keep an eye on that. We'll keep you updated as well, but we're not going to be able to control that for you. Additional cost of the hotel. So at the moment, the organizers are talking to the hotel, what is the best way to go through additional nights. Once we have that information, we'll let you know. It could be that you have to book it direct when we tell you they can confirm the hotel. It could be that we can book it for you at the discounted rate. So as soon as we have that information for additional nights, we'll tell you. If it's us booking for you, then you can tell us what dates you need. If it's you booking, we'll just tell you the hotel and you can book it around it. And then the hotel will work out what days you have around the tournament, and they'll keep you in the same room, basically. Airport transfers. So like we said, you have to be there before those set times so we can help and get everyone down to the hotel or area. If you are traveling before those set times, you will need to make your own way down to the hotel, and we can give you those details, okay? So try and stick to those times that we're saying. If you're staying after or you're going out of those time zones, you are going to have to get yourself to and from the airport. We can only put airport transfers on during around those times. So before 12 o'clock on the 6th or after 6 p.m. on the 9th. If there is a big group going the next day, we'll try and help put the transport on for you. But again, we're not going to know that till close to the time. We'll keep you updated as much as possible. Last couple of questions then. Can you book your flights yet? You can, but we will say please wait until early December once we confirm the teams, so we know that everyone's definitely going within those brackets. We are comfortable that we think there's going to be enough players to enter brackets. If some players have to move up and play a year up, that's fine with us. But please wait until we confirm that. So it's only a couple of weeks. Prices shouldn't change that much. So try and wait until the start of December once we confirm the flights. The tournament hotel, we believe, is walkable from Hotel Football Salou. Again, we're still waiting for a guarantee that it's going to be Hotel Belvedere, depending on how big are the numbers that we have. So again, all the information currently is in that leaflet. We will send it out to you so you have it all and you can kind of do your own research. We do believe that it is walkable again, but there will be kind of the buses put on there for you. Finally, if you can't go on the trip, we can't look after your children because it's such a big tournament and a big organization and there's so many people going. So families have to provide one adult or sibling over the age of 18 to go with the players. If you have a family connection and you're able to go as a group, that's fine. But unfortunately, you can't send your son or your daughter along with us. It has to be someone has to be traveling with them, obviously, because we have to go out early to the tournament. So we'll be meeting you in Barcelona. So we're not actually traveling all together. Again, if you've got any questions, please feel free to email us or to WhatsApp us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But obviously, again, all the information is in the leaflet. We'll put it on TeamSnap to kind of keep updated with that. I think as far as the questions that came in, that's about it. Luca, anything else from your end that I may not have covered, or from the US maybe?
No, I think that's all. Some people are asking about the tournament in England, and they were waiting to make their decision about Barcelona based on what we're doing in England. We cannot. Did you cover that, Mark?
Not yet.
It's okay. I can do it. It's fine. So we cannot get confirmation about the England tournament until January or February. That's when we can find out if a field will be released to us. So I would not base your decision about Barcelona on the England trip. I think it should be made individually. Unfortunately, we cannot confirm the England trip yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's all. I hope we answered most of the questions. Again, if you guys have any other questions, just reach out to us, but please read the leaflet that we're sending you because all the information is in there.
Yeah,
I think we covered everything.
Carry on, Luca, sorry.
Yeah, the improvements that we made this year based on the experience last year, which again, overall it was a great experience, but we made sure that we're going into a better hotel that caters specifically to our schedule, because the Spanish schedule has later lunches and later dinners and later breakfast, and we gave them the feedback that we need our own hotel that has those times for the meals that we need. And it's also closer to the venue of the tournament, so in case you need to walk to the venue or get there to certain games or to see siblings, you are able to do that much easier. So those are some of the improvements that they've made. And I cannot think of any right this second.
The hotel is actually specific just to Fox Soccer. So they're kind of keeping all the rooms available for us because we're expecting such a big party. So hopefully it will be a pure exclusive hotel to Fox Soccer Academy.
Right, so we'll have the UK and the US children in there. I noticed last year many families decided to take a few extra days and go to Barcelona and make a trip of it and go do all the touristy stuff that they wanted to do in Spain. So some people had road trips, and they combined this, and I was very pleased to see that many US players acquired the passports for the first time because of this. So I hope that there's more to come.
Hopefully we've answered everything like Lucas said. If not, reach out to us. But the quicker you can get the information to us that you are planning to attend and how many guests, that'll help us formalize the teams. And once we do know that we've got a guaranteed team, we'll let your individuals know so you can start to book your flight. So if you can do that the quickest you can do, it'll help us out massively. Like I said, the deadline for that is the end of the month, so the 30th of November. So we've got just over 2 weeks for that information to come in. And then everybody will know then at the start of December. You won't need to pay up front. We'll just ask for a small holding fee per person traveling. And then you'll have a few months then to kind of hopefully pay off the fee, the tournament fee. That's it. We've left you. We've kept you for long enough. So thank you so much for joining us. And reach out to us this week if you have any questions.